Hello, everybody. This is Clint.
And this is Tim.
Welcome to a little pause there. Welcome to another coffee talk with Clint and Tim. Today, folks, we're following up. This is basically kind of everything you want to know about surfing, part two. And at the end of yesterday's presentation, we talked about two things. One, we wanted to talk about the income staircase and where the surfing comes in. And number two, we wanted to talk to you how simple it is to double your potential earnings every single day so that you can more quickly get on to the first step of the income staircase. Was there anything else we wanted to cover, Tim? I think that's kind of it, isn't it?
Pretty much that's it, I think. Yeah.
Good, good. So again, we want to do just a quick little review. You're able to surf every day. Tim, you want to share are you able to quickly share your members area, your dashboard again?
Yep. There
Okay.
you go.
And just a quick, summary. You click on the area there where it says, yep, surfing, right there, smack dab in the middle. That allows you to surf as a free member. You can surf 100 pages a day and earn 10 shares. And Tim, we can scroll down and they can see what the recent results are right there. And that shows you how much we're paying. One little side note that we have not mentioned, we have the system set up so it maxes out at this price point at 11 Satoshi. We want to get it to the point where you surf for 30 days, you're able to get onto TPO1. We need more sales. It's driven by sales. We'll be talking about this. But right now, when you couple your current earnings with the referral earnings, you're going to be able to get on the income staircase pretty quickly. So, Tim, let's pop back over to the income staircase if you don't mind. All right. Now, just so that you understand, we're talking about getting started into a program that can earn you tens or hundreds of thousands or millions of Satoshi and truly start for free. And you can see over there in the bottom left-hand corner, it says TPO 1.000032. That's 3,200 Satoshi. You can surf to earn that. And once you've done that, here's the fun part. Once you've done that, when your referrals surf and get on the first step, guess what you get for each direct referral who's not a pass up? You earn 2,560 Satoshi for each member. And that referral is on your pay line and will, in essence, have a chance to pay you every time they upgrade or renew. Potential is huge. Tim, we covered a lot of information there. Did that make a little sense? What can we clarify for the folks?
Yes. I mean, to me, it makes sense. But I've been part of ITB for 7 years. So, yes. So basically, the system is that you join, you surf, you can buy a TPO1, you get referrals who also do the same. When they get a TPO1, you can upgrade because you have enough to get a TPO2 now. And if you keep on doing that, grow your team and keep on doing that, eventually you could get to TPO 11.
Absolutely. And it's all about you go deep by going wide. You'll learn more about this in the Power 11 presentation that when you're watching this may or may not have been launched, but today on July 30th, it has not been launched, but will be soon. And the power of Power 11 is that, as I said, you go deep by going wide and you can earn from an ungodly amount of people. Now you can see there in the middle that there's a optional surf to earn step stool, and that's what this is. If you have the 3,200 Satoshi and you want to just buy in and your team can afford the approximately $2.50 or $3, please do that. It will accelerate things. But for those of you that are absolutely financially strapped, this is a way of us giving back to you in exchange for you helping us grow the community. Tim, we didn't talk about this, but would you do me a favor? Would you go back to the dashboard? Because I'm sure in people's minds, and let's scroll down to earn with your phone. I'm sure in people's minds, they're saying, Clint, that's great, but I don't know how to refer. All right. I just want to touch on the concept. When Tim clicks on earn with your phone, you're going to see there that this campaign is designed around helping you share and invite. That's it. You don't need to know the comp plan. You don't need to know how it works. You just need to know that A, we're 9 years old. B, you make referrals and help other people do the same. We can help people, groups, communities, villages change their lives merely by sharing and surfing and moving up the income staircase. And Tim's rolled through there. Those are all the marketing materials that are available to you. One of the things that we really like the most is the social sharing. We'll be doing coaching and training on that. Understand this is simple. Learn to invite. Tim, anything that we missed there? I know we're kind of a little bit off track, but I could mentally feel people saying, but I don't know how to refer. Don't worry, we'll show you how. It's really simple.
Right. And this is actually really important. It is simple to invite. I mean, it's the same as asking someone, do you want to go see a movie? I
Yep.
don't, understand why it gets so complicated when you want to ask people, do you want to make some money? It is simple to invite, and if people are not sure how to do that, just plug into the system. We'll work with you and show you how to do that. But the point I did want to talk about was that this is not a get rich quick scheme. Do not expect to start at TPO 1 today and by next week you're at TPO 11. It's very unlikely it's going to happen. It absolutely does take some work. But the difference is you don't have to spend 40 years going to work every day to survive. This is one of those projects where if you work hard up front and you go wide, and what we mean by going wide is you go and find 100 referrals. We have people saying, do I just need to get 4? No, go and get 100. And then, 20 or 30 of those people will work really hard and make you a lot of money. The other 80% won't do much at all, which is fine. And if you teach your team to do the same thing, then in a period of time, whether it be 6 months or a year, you'll start to get to a position where you will start to see, when Clint talks about passive income a lot, you'll start to see income coming into your system from the work that your team are doing. But it doesn't happen overnight. It does take time, and you need to give it time and understand that you need to not only follow the system that we have here in front of you, but you teach your team to follow the system as well. And then once you do that, you're pretty much hands off, and you can just sit there and monitor what's going on, and every now and again touch base with your team, and kick up the ass where you need it, and encourage and congratulate people where it's needed. So I just wanted to add that in. The staircase here is super important, and you can jump from staircase to staircase, but you need a team to help you do that.
Yeah. Brilliant, brilliant comments. Thank you so much. And there's two things that I want to add, and then we'll move on to how you can double your earnings. And that is, first of all, what we want, what we hope for you to achieve is the "are you kidding me" factor. What I mean by that is you log in and you look at your balance and you go, where in the world did that come from? And with this compensation plan, folks, that will begin to happen. That's where the passive income comes in. I'm not going to go into the comp plan, but trust me, as Tim said, it's about going wide that takes you deep. Secondly, 100 referrals, Tim. My gosh. Wait a minute. I want you guys to think about something. If you just did the daily work, followed our instructions, post things to social networks, be involved, you had 2 people a day, excuse me, 2 people a week. At the end of a year, you will have 100 people, and each one of them can send sales, and they want to send sales to you. I'm not going to talk about the comp plan. That's in the Power 11. Click on that on the dashboard and learn more. But the bottom line is this can work huge, and you don't need much or any money to get started. Right, Tim?
Yes, and just to take that a little bit further, I know this is going on longer than we anticipated, but this is a super important topic. I have people signing up into my account and I don't even know who they are. And the reason that that happens is because I take this, let you go, I don't know what to put on Facebook. You don't need to know what to put on Facebook. Just click text to copy. Copy that. Down, right click, save this image, put that on your Facebook. The thinking behind this is that you're not selling a product. You're not saying buy this. You're creating curiosity because it says you probably don't have an income problem. You probably have an opportunity problem. And anyone who's looking for an opportunity will react to that and go, hey, that's me. I want to know more about this. And they'll either just send you a message on Facebook saying, what is it you're talking about? Because I need an opportunity. I'm broke, I'm stuck, I need help. Or they'll just go to your ITB account and sign up. Like I have so many people, I don't know who they are. What a great place to be in. And that comes from posting on Facebook, articles like this. The same with my videos on YouTube. I post them, I do them once, 200 people see it, 3 or 4 sign up.
And I want to be crystal clear with people. You don't have to understand the program, the comp plan, nothing. And we need to move on. We're going to make what I'm going to talk about here an entire coffee talk all by itself. That is, what do I do when someone sees the post? Do I have to explain it to them? All you need to do is send them the link. We would encourage you, if you're posting these types of messages, send them to that link that Tim is showing. Okay. You know why? There's a simple teaser video that gets their attention, a longer video that explains, and a getting started page. And if they contact you and say, I don't understand, or can you explain it to me? Say, nope, I'll get started. I don't know what's going on. I trust these guys. I want to climb the income staircase. Here's the Telegram. Here's the Facebook. Here's the next live AMA. That's it. Anybody can do that. And Tim, we're wandering a little bit too long, but we've been teasing this. How can people double their income, their daily income with no money out of pocket, and double what they can earn in the surfing system?
Why don't you tell me?
Okay. Good stuff. We'll do that. All right. Referral-based system. And Tim, let's go back to the dashboard. And when you surf 10 pages, you earn 1 share. As a free member, you're capped at 100 pages, which is 10 shares. That's 40 Satoshi a day. Divide that by 3,200, etc. Right? But to get on TPO1, but did you know? And here's the fun part. Did you know that when you have a referral who surfs and the community, your direct referral base as a community surf 50 pages, you get another share? Think about that. If you are seeing our vision, if you want to change your life, if you want to build a Bitcoin Satoshi portfolio and you want to be part of something special, you know people that are in the same boat. They want to be part of something special. When you share, they follow your lead. They surf their 100 pages a day. You can earn at today, you can earn not 10, but 20 shares, which at today's prices is 80 Satoshi. That means that in only 40 days, you'll have enough Satoshi to buy on the income staircase. Now, I want to ask you, and we're way too long, but this is too darned exciting. When you make a referral who surfs enough or buys a TPO1, which is 3,200 Satoshi, your commission is 2,560 Satoshi. How much better is that than 40 Satoshi or 80 Satoshi a day? It's huge. Imagine having 2, 3, 4. And if you go out and get 5 people, that maxes out, but get 6, 7, 8, 9. Get 1 or 2 a day, 1 or 2 a week. Now you're starting to deal, and this is where it's exciting. I know that thousands of Satoshi doesn't represent a lot of dollars or whatever your local fiat currency is, but it adds up. and it can happen daily, and there's no limits. It gets super exciting. What do you think, Tim? I feel like I'm doing a live webinar because I get excited and it reminds me why Frank Bauer and I founded this company 9 years ago because it's something we can all be proud of.
Right. And I know these two videos we've done yesterday and today are a little bit longer, but I feel they need to be a little bit longer because this is the whole basis of the system. If you don't get this, you don't get it. Um, and yesterday we spoke about I log in, even though I'm a TPO 9 and I don't need to, I log in every single day and surf for this very reason. And your team will copy you. If you do nothing, they'll do nothing. If you create a culture where they know that you are surfing every day and why you're surfing every day, they will do the same thing and you will grow it. So it's all down to you initially. Your team will copy you. And I surf every day, and my team know I surf every day, and hopefully they do as well.
Yeah, and that's a really good point. Your team will follow you, and that does bring up the point that if you do have the financial capability of buying a TPO 1 or a TPO 2, which is only $3 or $5 or $6, please do it. It sets the right example, and you always want to empower and encourage your team, even if they're not able to buy in, they can surf in, and that makes for a really super exciting dynamic. And I just come back to one of the statements I made before, and that is I want to have you and your team as frequently as possible. When you log in, I want you to say, where in the heck did that commission come from? I talked to Mike. He said he was going to join. He joined, but wait a minute. I have two other sales. I made 8,000 Satoshi today. Where'd it come from? Doesn't matter. The system is working for you because you got in the car, you turned the engine on, you checked your blind spot, put on your seatbelt, and you started driving. That is done by referring people. Put this engine to work. You can change your life. What do you think, Tim?
I think we're done.
Good. I think we can change some lives. I think that's what gets me excited. You guys can tell my tone and enthusiasm is kind of changed as we went through this. And that's why I love what I'm doing. That's why I'm proud of what Frank and I built and that Tim is now helping us absolutely explode, is because I know this is something you can be proud of. I know that dollar for dollar, every Satoshi that is earned, that is in your members area, is in the wallets of the company. It exists. We are perpetually sustainable because we are a logical business. Okay. People ask us, well, why don't you pay 1%? How come you don't pay more? Because we have to be mathematically solid. And we've been here for 9 years. We'll be here for nine, hopefully a lot longer than that. So I appreciate it. Tim, any last minute thoughts?
No, I think just go surf.
Yeah, go surf and tell your friends. And we've got a
Yeah.
lot of fun community things up our sleeves to try and make it truly a community even more. Maybe we might have, community surfing or community marketing or whatever. Let's have some fun. All right. We can change lives. And at the same time, remember, we're building an advertising community. People need advertising. We're at 40,000 members here now. Certainly next year, I want to hit 100,000. Who knows where the future is? And on that note, I want to thank you for being part of our community. I want to thank you for helping us grow. We would not be here if it wasn't for our entire community and our active members. And we pretty much got it, right, Tim?
Yep.
Good. All right. I think everybody, we're going to end with, you guys know the drill. Let's rock and roll, have some fun, make some money, make a whole lot of Satoshi, and help a whole lot of people do the same. Thanks, everyone.